Hello everyone, welcome back to Donna Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. We are back. This is going to be, well, first off, if you want to book a reading, go to donnadreams.com. That link will be in the description box. I do have some new types of readings. I'm also going to have some new stuff in the shop here very, very soon, so you'll see another video from me. Anyway, back to this. This is going to be a video I wanted to do, well, it's not Tuesdays. I can't do Creepy but Spiritual Tuesday, but whenever I upload this is when it's going to be. But I wanted to do another video about the ancestors and just experiences that we tend to have, and we don't really know what was going on the other side of things. So for those of you who have recently went to the grave site, or if you have a memory of going to visit one of your ancestors, family members at the grave site, this is going to be their messages to you when you went to visit. Because their ashe is still left in their bones. Okay, so just because they're not technically there anymore, it's still attached to them and their energy. So don't think that when you go that they just don't know that you were there. Okay, because that is still their life force energy that is in the dirt. Okay, so you can pick between 1, 2, or 3, and I have feathers to represent spirit. And I have a couple of cards here as well. We're just going to see whatever one I'm drawn to for whichever reading, okay? So again, that's 1, 2, or 3. Pick whichever feather that you are drawn to. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you need more time, please pause the video. Okay, so when you went to the grave site, what happened? I'm getting a sense of peace and understanding. It's like at this point, you know that, it's hard to accept anybody's death or transition. Even if we are spiritual, most of the time it's kind of ingrained in us. If you live in the Western world, it's hard to let go of anybody. Okay. This ancestor wants you to come visit more often. So not to creep you out. Because of course, if you have an altar, that's communication, but this is also a way, again, to feel their ashe, their energy, their life force energy. So let's see here. I'll use these cards and we'll get into it. Was definitely wanting you to come visit them, so you may have been receiving signs to go visit this ancestor or this family member. This is somebody that for some of you, depending on age, you may have looked up to them, or they may have looked up to you, because you have this teacher energy here and preservance. So I feel like there's going to be a message of basically like traditions, like don't forget me, don't forget the things that I did while I was here. Remember my name. And one thing to remember is they are on a journey too of transitioning on the other side. So whenever you give them libation and energy, it's definitely helping them as well. So this is an opportunity not for you to necessarily see passing on as essentially a bad thing. It's kind of like fighting against that, fighting against believing that it's just all bad. And that's where that peace and acceptance comes from. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah, this spirit, they very much communicate through symbolism. Because I'm seeing their interaction with you happens in day-to-day life. Even your memories of this person is something that drives you to this person for you to remember. And this tells me this soul has elevated. So whatever they went through, and of course this is not going to be everybody, but I'm seeing that some of them had a harsh life, or you may feel like some of the things that they went through were difficult. This was their completion of a cycle, because you have the 3 and the 10. And they are with family. So even though you may feel like, is this person alone? This person is not alone. And also when I see those stripes, it's a reminder that if you feel left out, you are not alone. Embrace your differences. This is their message to you. You have let go, it will come back in time. Light one more candle. You have the gift, work on it. So right there, let's stop right there. Let go, it will come back in time relates to, you don't have to hold on to anything. Especially with this situation, this person has not left you in a sense. Maybe in the physical form, but this person has not, necessarily just disappeared from existence. And this also relates to those elder ancestors that do want to come back. And I say this because when it says let go, it will come back in time. This relates to relationships, but it also relates to ancestors in general. Even though we may have to let them go, they may come back. And of course, 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back within the same family. They may come back as, the grandchild, or, could be birthed within your own child. You may see similarities within a cousin that may be born, things like that. So it's a symbol for some of you that this ancestor will come back. Keep a candle lit for this ancestor for elevation. But I see this as for all of your ancestors, really, but keep a candle lit for them. They also acknowledge that you have the gift, work on it. So this is the acknowledgement of, they see you as spiritual. So they see you as some type of medium, to where if you actually worked on it, you would be able to see and feel them clearly. But I don't always feel like this ancestor or family member would necessarily show themselves as a face. I don't necessarily see that. I see them more so allowing you to feel them through everything that you do. Possibly see them, but I more so see this as an energy. They're telling you don't get involved with anything that doesn't necessarily matter, because we all have a journey here. Enjoy life. Don't allow, things to get you down to the point that you don't want to go on, that you don't want to live anymore. Don't get to that point, because everybody's going to have their time. So don't take yourself away from this world before it's your time. And also live your life to the fullest in whatever you want to do. Yeah, they see you as a very spiritual person because you have ancestors on the side here. So you take notice to a lot of things. And it's very much appreciated for what you are able to do. So you can see things through your sight and also through feeling them as well. They see you as being able to help not only them, but other ancestors too. So stay consistent with your work with the ancestors. And I would say, yes, you would visit this one again, and also other ancestors too. Okay, so that is the first one. For those of you who chose the second one, when you went to the grave site, what did they have to say? This ancestor has actually been trying to get a message to you. They are, they're coming off as if they are the ones that alert you when something is going on or something is going wrong, or they are concerned about the family, that type of thing. So when you feel drawn to visiting this ancestor, just be aware of what's going on in that moment. Not necessarily in a bad way, just in a way that they may have something to show you. They come with information. Oh, wow. Okay. These parts here. Like, this ancestor tends to always have something to give you. And there's more than one coming up. More than one. I'm hearing, take heed to my message. Take heed to it. We're gonna leave it there. Okay. Okay. Hmm. This is also an ancestor that will communicate with you directly through your dreams. But there's definitely more than one. So I don't know if you went to go visit more than one, but there's definitely more than one that's looking after you and that's watching over you. Okay, there's strong feminine energy here, so you may have went to see a female, but there's also a male spirit here as well. They come with information about your foundation. They may have messages to get out to other family members. So when you go, I know it might be weird to carry a pendulum or, some oracle cards or something like that, but you may just want to meditate and write some stuff down because they may have something to communicate to the family, because I feel like they are the keepers. They watch over that. When they're doing work down here, it's more so an energy of why I got you, why I have your attention. Let me tell you something. Okay, it's very important information, especially dealing with your life as well. They definitely want you to accomplish your goals and not to give up on your journey, because they see victory in your future. With self-respect and free will, they want you to do what you want to do, not what you have to do. I'm seeing that, well, probably all of the ancestors that's popping up, but it seems like they may have been doing things very mundane. And not to say it has to be spiritual for you to be happy, but I see that they may have worked hard, very, very hard during their time, very persistent. This is good, and it can be, there's really no good or bad. It's just what it is, a message. But the pros to that, it could be that, they're saying that, yes, I worked hard for everything that I have. So no matter, what day I was going to pass over, that doesn't have anything to do with me living in the moment. It is also to say that go for what it is that you actually want, and don't let anybody take advantage of your time. Because with self-respect, and they're talking about free will, that means you have the choice to change your reality. And they're saying some type of wealth surrounding you, and I feel like this deals with your lineage. Okay, I don't know if your family had a lot of money or not, but they're seeing this around you. So this means that you have an opportunity to create a foundation for your family, for your future generation. So they do want you to start taking heed to that. And that also associates with free will as well, because a lot of these 9-to-5 jobs, they're only there until you do pass over. You'll work that same job and just get the minimum amount of money, a minimum amount to pay your bills, things like that, until you pass over, right? But, with this foundation right here, normally when I see that represents a business. The ancestors wanted you to start a business, or if you have a business, they see wealth surrounding you, something that you can carry on to future generations, because that's what they want you to do, where you can help out in different directions. This two sister thing is just really getting to me. So you may have been visiting someone who either had relatives they left behind, or they may have passed over, and they may have met a brother or sister. Something to that effect, because I'm seeing some relations, like being related to some other siblings. So though you may have visited either one grave site or maybe even two or three, there is some type of connection with that. And I know that your ancestors are your ancestors, so they're probably all intertwined. But I see this as direct brother or sister that may have met them on the other side, okay? Because there's more than one coming forward. And they have a very similar energy. I would even see that as like twins or something. Or in another way, in another sense, they could have left behind a brother or sister, something to that effect. But there's just like a close-knitted relationship where it feels like brother and sister, aunt or uncle, that type of thing. It's very close-knitted. Yeah, they don't want you to have any fear. This is their words. That's why you have small words here, because the spirits can communicate. Like they may get out one word, you got to take that word and break it down into different things. But you have mission of the soul. You have fear, free will. So what this represents is do not have fear to choose your path. Okay? Mission of the soul. They want you to be very accomplished. Also, to protect yourself. This is from your own negative thoughts and energies and things that are outside of yourself. Again, the message is secure foundation. Whatever you invest in is what you're going to get back. But you want to pay attention to your dreams with all of these ancestors, because like I said, it's more than one. All right, it's more than one coming forth for you. But you want to pay attention to your dreams, because this is where they're mostly going to communicate with you. But like I said, I see them giving you a lot of signs pertaining to your life, pertaining to warnings. If they see some energy coming in around you, be careful who you deal with, who you work for, that type of thing. And for most of you, you're probably going to be, or they're going to push you to be entrepreneurs, to do something for yourself, so that you actually are fully living out your life, and not necessarily just to live it to where you just pass on. Live it to where when you do pass on, your generations later, they're still having that same business. They're still able to contribute to the family business, something that will create a legacy for you and your family. All right, so that is the second one. And if you're able to go visit again, I would recommend bringing some flowers. Or something of like water, something to where they can communicate more with you. Give them some energy. They have a lot to say. All right, so that is number 2. Let's go to number 3. Okay, so what does this ancestor have to say about you visiting them at the grave site? This ancestor is kind of shocked in a sense. I'm seeing very surprised. And not in a way that you don't never visit them, but although that could be the case. It may also just be gratitude. Well, there's one ancestor that's like, as a matter of fact. Let's see that there. You should definitely start communicating with this ancestor more, or this family member more. I'm seeing some type of blocked communication in a sense. And it could very well be the fact that this ancestor doesn't get many visits. But they're seeing you as a very wise soul. Yeah, my cards are just jumping all over the place. That's normally a sign of needing to either say something or don't know what to say type of energy. I feel like I should pull one from here too, so we'll do that and then we'll get started. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. So you have spirits coming forth. Oh, wow. These are, you know, for the most part, a lot of matter-of-fact type of ancestors. Like, you know, you should have been came and visit me a long time ago. Kind of that type of energy. Nothing bad, though. Nothing bad. Just, I think that some of these ancestors are very surprised at the energy. Also, make sure that you're giving offerings or you have a place on your altar for this ancestor, okay? Weirdly enough, you have a shaman coming forth. Now, I don't know if this ancestor knows that they were a shaman or if they just went through a transition on the other side, but you have a shaman coming up as well. This could also represent as you grow spiritually in this realm, you have the ability to lift them up on that realm as well. But most people who died in this generation or even a couple generations back, you know, they may have had a lot of Christian beliefs or just might have been set in their own beliefs. But I still see something to where there's a lot of ancestors that, you know, they may say it's, you know, they may reference it to Christian beliefs, but they very, very much are gifted. So I feel like this ancestor or this family member, they had to be some type of gifted. Yeah, they're wanting to form a spiritual bond. What I mean by that is a good connection that can't be broken. Communication, good open communication where they can always speak to you. Surrounding this ancestor's, you know, death or, you know, ascension, there might have been some trauma that happened within this situation that does need to heal. You know, rather it's for you or rather it's for your family members that may have been attached to the situation. You want to do some type of healing for this particular ancestor, either for directly for them or surrounding their situation, so that they can get past it, or the family members that felt some type of way can get past it too, or do it for yourself. Because this shaman energy could also represent them seeing you that way, and that you can do certain things that you don't know that you're capable of doing, you know. And you probably do know, but you may not even be doing that much that you actually could be doing. They want you to study and download information. Like I said, I don't know, you know, who this ancestor is, but whether they knew it or not, I just really feel like the connection on that side, whether it was mother's or father's side, there's a deep connection to spirituality or just being naturally gifted. because they want you to study and download information. So that means kind of get more into that practice. You also have, I pick up on the emotions of others. So they see that you are able to pick up on their energy. They see that you are able to, pick it out. Basically, out of a crowd, you can pick out certain people and who's around you. You may not think that, but even you going to the grave site is an indicator that, hey, I recognize your energy. I recognize that you have been wanting me to come. They don't want you to refuse any opportunities in your life. Some of these opportunities come in from higher guardians, okay? So they don't want you to refuse opportunities that may actually uplift you in this realm, okay, while you're here. So pay attention to the opportunities that you're receiving. You also have, you knew I was a snake when you took me in. So they want you to watch for snakes in the grass, people around you that don't mean you well. Also, any negative energy that you pick up on. They want you to definitely get an aura cleanse or to cleanse yourself. You're a very intuitive person. Because though you may not recognize this spirit, you still feel them. Start paying attention to your visions and your thoughts. They have a lot of love for you. Let's go on. Ancient wisdom. Like I said, there's some type of, and this could very well be an ancient spirit too that's coming through, but there's some type of ancient energy that's there. There's like a shaman type of energy on that side of the family. I don't know, how that fits in, but it's just there. And the more work you do with them, the more you're going to start seeing that in your lineage. They want you to lift up any burdens off of you. You tend to hold on to energy, so they can see that. Make sure that when you go to visit them, that you do a cleanse before and after, so you don't pick up on any other energies that come. Well, you probably will, but don't take anything home with you, is what the message is. Don't take anything home with you. You already pick up on a lot of energy. So you need to watch that. But they see you as being very, very abundant, and it's a symbol of actually saying that they love you as well. Okay, guys, so, yeah, they want that spiritual bond with you. Most definitely. Where they can actually, communicate with you more, but you're already intuitive, so it's not like you don't know. But I think they're just pointing at the fact that you can do probably more than you are doing. All right, so that is this reading. Comment below which one you chose, and you guys have a great and wonderful day.